Dear sisters and brothers in Iman, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. In my last presentation, I had mentioned that this world is Darul Bala. It is a world of test and trial. This usually happens individually, but sometimes it happens collectively. The spread of coronavirus, known as COVID-19, is a collective test and trial for all of us. People are anxious to obtain the latest and most complete information. Of course, they go to the media, and especially these days to the social media. It is, however, important to get the information from credible sources. The ability of people to post whatever they like on the social media has created another virus, the virus of misinformation and propaganda, where it becomes difficult to know what is true and what is false. Some brothers and sisters feel anxiety setting in because of the pandemic, and they readily accept whatever is sent to them, and then they forward it to others. Let me talk about 2 or 3 examples. The story of the hair strand. Someone announced that a pious alim in Iran saw a dream in which Imam Zaman Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Faraj Sharif told him to announce to the Shias that they should flip through the pages of Surah Baqarah of their own personal Quran, and they will find a hair strand in it, and that they should put the strand in water and then drink from it and give it to their family members as protection against coronavirus. When the individual who propagated this message was asked for the name and contact number of the pious alim who saw the dream, he said he didn't ask the fellow for his name and then accidentally deleted his telephone number. So he doesn't know his name and he doesn't even have his contact number. So there is no way of verifying this story. And besides all this, remember that a dream of an individual is not a hujjat or a binding proof for others. Another example that we see, which was circulated in WhatsApp groups, is that Ayatollah Sistani spent 2 nights in the shrine of Amir al-Mu'minin ﷺ, praying for the protection of the Shias, and has given a fatwa to recite Surah Fil 10 times tonight, on that night. Ayatollah Sistani's office is very clear that only statements issued from his office with his seal or of the seal of his office or whatever is on his official website are authentic and official. Anything else has no authenticity at all. A third example of what I call misinformation and anti-Islamic propaganda is that we see that some media outlets have used this tragic phenomena of coronavirus as opportunity to tarnish the image of the Muslims. Ayatollah Nasser Makarim Shirazi released a video message about the spread of this virus, in which he strongly urged people to follow the instructions of health officials, to refrain from the gatherings and to stay home. Besides this, he also asked people to recite Hadith Kisa and Ziyarat Ashura. Yet some media outlets selectively showed sections where he is talking about Hadith Kisa and Ziyarat Ashura, cutting out his advice to diligently follow the instructions of health officials. Actually, he ended his message by saying that your du'as will only be accepted if you follow those instructions. And so this is where we see that, they only show one part of the message to give a wrong image that the ulama are only talking about dua and they are not talking about dawa and the instructions of health officials. Referring to such situation during the days of the Prophet of Islam, as far as the circulation of the news is concerned, there is an interesting ayat in chapter 4, ayat 83, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذَا جَاءَهُمْ أَمْرٌ مِّنَ الْأَمْرِ أَوِ الْخَوْفِ أَضَاعُوا بِهِ. That whenever there comes a matter of security or fear to them, the unsteady and weak believers, they broadcast it. And the ayat goes on to say that if they had referred to the Prophet or their ulul amr, whose task is to investigate it, they would have known the truth of the matter. So whenever you get something, you have to be careful about it. As Shias of Ali, we are expected to be people of reason and intelligence. And whenever we read or hear about such things from sources that we are not sure about it, it is our duty to refer to credible ulama and the scholars in our areas for guidance. So besides the virus of COVID-19, we are also challenged these days with the virus of misinformation in social media. Don't give an opportunity to others to ridicule our faith and madhab. Our religious leaders have been clear and consistent in their message from the initial outbreak of the coronavirus, where they say listen to the advice of the health officials and also do the dua that we find from the Prophet and the Imams of Ahlul Bayt. This is also the dictate of common sense and our intelligence and reason. Let us pray to Allah through His wasila so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may neutralize the impact of the coronavirus and keep the humanity under His wing of mercy and protection. Be safe and also sane in dealing with social media. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.